let me break this down for you real simple. If a man is ignoring you, he's not calling, not texting, not showing up, not doing what he used to do, do not, and I repeat, do not go chasing him. See, the problem is when you start chasing somebody who's showing you they don't value your time or your presence, you are telling that person, hey, you don't have to try for me. You can treat me like an afterthought and I'll still be here. So let me ask you something. Do you want to be somebody's afterthought or do you want to be their priority? You got to understand this about men. Real men don't ignore what they value. If he truly sees your worth, if he truly wants to build something with you, if he sees a future in you, he's not going to risk losing that. He won't disappear, he won't go silent, and he won't make you question where you stand. That's just facts. A man who's serious about you makes sure you feel seen, heard, and appreciated. That's what commitment looks like. Now, I know it's tempting. You're sitting there wondering, why hasn't he texted back? You keep checking your phone. You replay old conversations, trying to figure out what went wrong. Let me stop you right there. Don't do that to yourself. That man knows how to pick up a phone. He's not lost in the woods with no signal. He's choosing not to reach out. That's a choice. And silence is communication. He's saying something loud and clear. You're not my priority right now. And baby, if that's what he's saying, then you need to listen. Now here's the kicker. When you respond to that kind of behavior, by chasing him, by double texting, calling back to back, asking, did I do something wrong, you're not helping the situation. You're making it worse. Because now not only is he ignoring you, but you're handing him your self-worth on a silver platter. You're saying you don't even have to try and I'll still show up. That's not love. That's desperation. And desperation never leads to respect. Let me give you a little wisdom I've learned over the years. When you know your value, you don't beg for validation. When you understand your worth, you don't fight for a seat at somebody's table. You build your own damn table and invite the right people to sit with you. The moment you stop chasing people who are giving you energy back, you create space for someone who will. You create space for a man who sees you and says, I'd be a fool to let her slip away. You got to flip the mindset. Instead of asking, why is he ignoring me? Start asking, why am I giving my energy to someone who doesn't even see me? See, when you chase after someone who's pulling away, you're lowering your own frequency. You're stepping down from your throne just to get someone's attention. And that's not where queens belong. A queen don't chase, she reigns. She leads, she attracts. So I need you to understand something deep right now. You are the prize. You're the catch. You're the one who brings peace, laughter, beauty, intelligence, strength, and love into the room. You've got qualities that can't be bought or faked. You bring real energy, the kind that lifts a man up and makes a house feel like a home. That's powerful. That's rare. So why would you waste that kind of energy on somebody who don't even bother to say good morning? You've got to hold yourself to a higher standard. Don't entertain behavior that confuses you. Don't keep making excuses for someone who's clearly choosing to keep their distance. The right man won't leave you questioning. He won't disappear and pop up when it's convenient. And he certainly won't let you feel unimportant. The right man shows up consistently. So when he ignores you, you don't lower your value. You raise your standards. You don't chase after him. You walk the other way with your head high and your spirit intact. You show him that your worth isn't determined by his attention. Your worth is solid, rooted, unshakable. You're not looking for someone to complete you. You are already whole. And if he can't see that, If he doesn't treat you accordingly, then let him miss out. Let him see what it feels like to lose access to a woman of substance. And you know what's going to happen when you do that? When you stop chasing and start choosing yourself, he's either going to realize what he lost and come back the right way, or he's going to stay gone. And that's a blessing too, because either way you win, either way you protected your dignity, your peace, and your power. And that's what this is really about. I said to John first. Listen, I know what it feels like when somebody you care about pulls away. When a man starts acting different, when the messages slow down, when he stops checking in or making time for you like he used to, it messes with your head. It makes you start questioning everything. Did I say something wrong? Is he talking to somebody else? What changed? But I'm telling you something that'll shift your whole perspective. When he starts ignoring you, that's your cue to stop focusing on him and start focusing on you. You have to understand this deep in your soul. Your life is not supposed to revolve around one person who can't even give you the time of day. You're not supposed to wake up every morning wondering if he thought about you, if he'll call, if he'll come back. Nah, that's not living. That's existing in somebody else's shadow. You were born to shine in your own light. The moment he pulls back, you pull your energy back too. Not out of revenge, not out of pettiness, but out of respect for yourself. That's your time to reinvest in you. Remember those dreams you put on pause because you were always trying to make time for him? Pick them back up. That book you wanted to write, that class you wanted to take, that business idea that's been sitting in your notebook collecting dust, go do it. That gym membership you haven't used in 3 months, use it. Not for him, not for revenge, but for your own health, your own confidence, your own peace. See, too many women make the mistake of letting a man's presence or his absence determine their value. But you have to flip the script. Let his silence be the thing that wakes you up. Let it remind you of who you were before you met him. Let it reconnect you to the version of yourself that was full of life, full of ideas, full of dreams. That woman is still in there. She's just been waiting for you to come back to her. And don't think for a second that refocusing on yourself is selfish. It's not. It's necessary. Because when you pour all your energy into someone who's not giving it back, you end up running on empty. And a drained woman can't show up fully for her job, her goals, her friends, her family, or herself. But when you start pouring that energy back into your own cup, everything changes. You start glowing different. Your confidence rises, your peace becomes unshakable, and guess what? People notice. He notices. But by that point, you're already too full to chase after someone who once left you dry. Let me tell you something else. This world respects a woman who respects herself. When you move like someone who knows her worth, you naturally attract better friendships, better opportunities, better love. Because when you set the tone for how you treat yourself, the world follows. But it all starts with you. So if he's ignoring you, take that as a sign from the universe to turn inward. Ask yourself, what do I need right now? What have I been neglecting? What would make me feel more fulfilled, more alive, more proud of myself? Then go do exactly that. Don't sit around stalking his social media, checking who he's liking, trying to figure out if he's moved on. That's a waste of your time, your energy, and your spirit. You can't control his actions, but you can control your response. And the most powerful response is growth. The most powerful response is healing. The most powerful response is elevation. He might be ignoring you, but you're out here leveling up. You do it better. Thinking clearer, looking stronger. Let me be real. This ain't easy. It's going to hurt sometimes. You're going to miss him. You're going to wonder why things changed. But you don't let that pain stop you. You use it. Let it push you to evolve. Let it push you to become the woman you were always meant to be. The kind of woman who doesn't beg for attention, but commands it. Not through noise, not through drama, but through presence, through purpose, through peace. Every time you choose to focus on you instead of chasing someone who's drifting away, you're building a stronger version of yourself. You're saying, I matter. My dreams matter. My life matters. That kind of self-love is magnetic. It's powerful. And eventually attracts people who see it, honor it, and match it. So while he's out there doing whatever he's doing, you're busy becoming your best self. While he's ignoring you, you're upgrading your life. That's how you win. Not by getting his attention, but by getting your focus back. By becoming so wrapped up in your own growth, your own joy, your own vision, that whether he comes back or not, it doesn't shake you. You're already whole. Let me tell you something real important, and I want you to let this sit in your spirit. Self-respect is non-negotiable. I don't care how fine he is, how sweet he used to be, or what y'all had back when things were good. If he's not treating you with the love, respect, and consistency you deserve, then you've got to draw the line. Period. Because once you start letting a man treat you like an option, he's going to forget you were ever the prize. The problem is a lot of women were raised to believe that being loyal means putting up with anything. That if you love someone, you stick by them no matter what, even when they're inconsistent, even when they ignore you, even when you're the only one putting in the effort. But that's not love. That's self-abandonment. And let me tell you something, baby. You can't love anyone else right if you don't love yourself first. When someone starts treating you like you're not important, you don't argue with them. You don't beg them to see your worth. You show them what it looks like when a woman with standards walks away. Because you cannot convince someone to value you. That's not your job. Your job is to value yourself so loudly, so boldly, so unapologetically that the only people who stay in your life are the ones who match that same energy. Now look, I know it's tough. I know it hurts when you feel ignored, when the good morning texts stop, when the I miss you messages turn into silence, when you start feeling invisible to the one person who once made you feel seen. But let me tell you something. Your value doesn't drop just because someone else stopped recognizing it. A diamond, don't stop being a diamond because someone walked past it. It's still priceless, whether it's in a jewelry store or buried in the dirt. And that's you. So when he ignores you, when he pulls away, you don't chase him, you check yourself. You look in the mirror and you remind yourself who the hell you are. You remind yourself of everything you bring to the table. Your loyalty, your heart, your mind, your passion, your ambition. That's not something you just give to anybody who can't even be bothered to respond to a text. You're not out here handing out your soul to someone who treats you like a backup plan. You've got to get to a point where your peace matters more than his potential, where your boundaries matter more than his excuses, where your standards are stronger than your fear of being alone. Because let me tell you something, being alone and at peace is 1,000 times better than being with someone and constantly questioning your worth. You can't keep sacrificing your dignity just to keep someone close. You're not a doormat. You're not someone's convenience. You are a woman of value, and you don't let anyone forget that, not even for a second. Self-respect means you don't explain yourself when someone starts treating you funny. You don't chase closure. You don't wait around hoping they'll change. You just step back, you elevate. You let them feel the weight of your absence. You show them that you were never the problem. They just didn't know how to handle someone who knew what she deserved. And trust me, when you stand on that self-respect, people notice. They may not say it, but they feel it. That energy shifts the room. You start walking different, talking different, thinking different. You stop settling for half effort. You stop entertaining what confuses you. You stop bending just to keep something going that should have ended a long time ago. When you respect yourself, your time becomes more valuable. You're not sitting around wondering when he's going to hit you up. You're out here living. You're handling your business. You're growing. You're glowing. And guess what? The kind of man who's meant for you will recognize that glow, and he'll never want to risk dimming it. You know what I've seen over and over again? The moment a woman finally says, "I'm done accepting less than I deserve," her whole life changes. It's like the universe steps in and starts making room for better. She starts attracting people who respect her time, her energy, her presence. And the ones who can't rise to that level, they fade out. And that's not a loss, that's a blessing. Because when you raise your standards, you stop dealing with people who only knew how to love you halfway. So don't sit around crying over someone who couldn't even give you the basics. Love? That ain't supposed to be confusing. It's not supposed to hurt all the time. It's not supposed to feel like you're constantly begging to be noticed. When it's real, it feels safe. It feels consistent. It brings peace, not chaos. So if someone's ignoring you, that's your cue. Not to shrink, not to question your worth, but to step into it. Stand tall in it. Because self-respect is the foundation of real love. And if a man can't meet you there, then he's not the one you build with. Let me tell you something that'll change the way you look at relationships forever. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, when you walk in your light, when you live with confidence, joy, and purpose, you naturally attract the right kind of love. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to beg for it. Real love finds you when you're standing tall in your truth, not when you're kneeling for attention. A woman who knows who she is, who's doing her thing, who's taking care of herself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, that woman shines different. She walks into a room and don't even have to say much. Her energy speaks, her presence speaks, her peace speaks. And the kind of man who's worth having, the kind who wants to protect, love, and grow with you, he sees that light. He don't ignore it. He don't play games with it. He moves toward it with purpose. But here's what a lot of women don't realize. When you dim your light to keep someone in your life, you attract the wrong kind of energy. You attract users. You attract people who want to take, not give. You attract folks who are drawn to your warmth but have no intention of matching your fire. And the minute you stop feeding them, they disappear. Why? Because they were never in it to build with you. They were in it to benefit from you. That's why it's so important to stay rooted in yourself, because when you're rooted, you don't go around chasing love. You become the kind of woman who is loved naturally, genuinely, effortlessly, and not because of how you look or what you have, but because of how you carry yourself, because of the energy you bring, because of the light you radiate. You ever notice how when you're doing well, when you're focused, when you're leveling up, people from your past start popping back up? There's not a coincidence. That's your light glowing so strong it reaches people who no longer have access to it. They feel your shift. They feel that glow up. They remember how you made them feel. But by the time they come knocking, you've already grown too much to open that door. That's what walking in your light does. It puts you on a whole different frequency, one that only real love can meet. And let me say this to you clearly. Your light is not for everyone. Some people will see it and feel insecure. Some will try to dim it. Some will want to stand next to it just to warm themselves without ever giving anything back. But the one who's meant for you, he'll want to add to your light. He'll protect it. He'll celebrate it. Because real love doesn't compete with your power. It complements it. So if someone is ignoring you, if they're going ghost, if they're acting like you're not worth their time, don't you dare let that make you question your shine. That's not a reflection of your value. It's a reflection of their inability to appreciate it. You keep showing up for you. You keep doing what makes your soul feel alive. You keep building your life like the love you want is already here. Because when you live like that, when you love yourself like that, it becomes impossible for the wrong person to stay and undeniable for the right one to step in. You've got to trust that the energy you give out is coming back to you in a better form, that if you keep pouring into yourself, you're going to attract someone who pours just as much back. That's how you create something strong. Two whole people, full of love, full of purpose, coming together not out of need, but out of choice. And that kind of connection, that's the real deal. That's the kind of love that lasts. But none of it happens if you're constantly chasing after people who don't see you. None of it happens if you're waiting around for someone to text you back, to act right, to finally choose you. Forget that. Choose yourself. Every single day. Show up for yourself like you expect someone else to. Speak life into yourself. Be proud of who you're becoming, because that's the light. That's what draws the real love. Not the pretending, not the begging, just you, unapologetically shining in your truth. The right man will be inspired by your strength, not intimidated by it. He'll be drawn to your joy, not threatened by it. He'll see your light and think, that's a woman I need in my life. And he won't waste time. He won't play games. He'll make it known, because when a man knows he's found a rare light, he doesn't fumble it. He protects it. He pours into it. He builds with it. So if someone is ignoring you right now, take that as a sign. Not that you're not good enough, but that they're not ready for your kind of light. And that's okay. Not everyone is meant to walk your path. Let them go and keep shining anyway. Because that's what attracts the one who's ready to walk with you, not behind you, not in front of you, but right beside you. And full light